Hello?
Dino,
Yes.
Honky Tonk Man here.
Hey, how are you?
Well, I saw a poster with my name and face on it.
Okay, is this really the Honky Tonk Man?
Well, okay, I'll give you my number. You call me back, or you can call my lawyer. I don't give a shit who you call, but I want to know why you put my name and face on a poster, and you know you never booked me in Port Richey, Florida.
Okay, I never put it on there.
Okay, whose poster is it?
Okay, and you could talk to Vito LaGrosso.
Vito?
Big
Big
Vito
Vito?
is the yes, his girlfriend put the your picture on that flyer
Why would Big Vito do that to me?
because he's an asshole and he's a fucking idiot. That's why.
Well, do you know what that causes? It causes a lot of problems, Dino.
You got that right.
Well, people are going to show up and they're going to say, "Where's Honky Tonk Man?" And the ring announcer is
No,
going to say, "Honky Tonk Man no showed." Now, if every other promoter finds out I no showed a show in Port Richey that I know a fucking thing about, excuse my language,
right, exactly.
then what if you were the promoter and you saw that I no showed somebody in San Diego, California last week, would you want to call me and book me?
Well, this is the issue. Okay, I had a huge fight with him on the phone about that. Not just that, but various other things as well. Okay. Plus, he was holding me up for more money at the last minute. Okay,
Yeah.
and I told him. I said, let me tell you something. I said, who the fuck do you think you are? I said, I do not know this man. I said, I know he worked for Randy for many years. I said, but you can't do anything like that. Well, brother, you know what? It's too fucking late. He says, I'm going to put asses in the fucking seats. I said, I'm telling you right now, you don't need to, you will not fucking do that. You will not put his picture on those flyers.
Well, Dino, it boils down to
It,
this, and let me tell you, and I don't know the laws of the state of Florida, but I can promise you there's a law in the United States, and it's called fraud. You cannot advertise something that you don't have. Even though you
right.
say even though
Yeah.
you say the card sub, what if a guy came to your house and said, "I want to sell you this vacuum cleaner," and then when you bought it from him, it was some piece of shit that wasn't even the same. That's called fraud.
Yep.
Actually, that is a federal offense. Now, how are you guys going to handle my picture on the poster, and what are you going to say about me tomorrow night?
Well, this is exactly how I'm going to fucking handle it. That Big Vito LaGrosso came in here and advertised that the Honky Tonk Man was to be here this evening, which was not true at all. Absolutely not true at all. Furthermore, I said the Honky Tonk Man called me at my house, very upset about this entire situation, and I want to indeed, apologize to the fans for this. And Vito LaGrasso is banned completely from New Dawn Wrestling Entertainment. He will never perform on any show that I move forward with this organization. I said,
Well,
let me tell you something. I said, the fans have every right to be upset. They have every right to be pissed off. I said, this was for all children. This is for all Children's Hospital. I said, what this man did was, in Randy Savage's name, was completely fucking, well, I'm not going to say fucking, but I'm going to come up with something, was completely disrespectful, okay? And, and I'm just going to, I'm going to handle it from there.
well, here, this, Dino, this has only happened to me. This is just, I mean, it's happened before with guys I didn't know.
Right.
And I found out ahead of time so that there was a month or 6 weeks. I only found out about this about 20 minutes ago. But the only other person in the business who has ever done this to me was the Tonga Kid who lives in Sacramento. Tonga, remember Tonga Kid?
Tonga Kid.
Tonga Kid. He was Jimmy Snuka's partner, the Tonga Kid. Then he was a part of the Head Shrinkers and.
Oh, okay.
Samoan Kid.
Yeah, right.
He ran shows in Sacramento, and he advertised me, Jimmy Snuka. He advertised Yokozuna. He advertised WWE stars. And I found out, and I called him up, and I said, "Kid, I've known you since you were 12 years old. You're hurting my business now because you're going to tell the people that I didn't show up. I was a no-show. And now every promoter is going to say, I don't want to book this guy. So now you've hurt my business because you want to make a quick buck."
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Wayne.
And Vito, I helped break this kid in the business. I don't know why he would do it. So
his girlfriend put your freaking picture on the flyer. On this flyer, and then furthermore, I mean, the guy is he's a total freaking whack job. I told him, and then he's holding me up for pay too at the last minute here. We've only sold like 100 tickets, if that. It's looking at this point really to be a disaster. But
that doesn't stop these internet people those 100 people, that 25 or 10 of them or 5 of them or 1 of them goes on the internet and says, I didn't show up.
Yeah.
This
is what I am doing. This is exactly what I am doing, Wayne. I'm glad you called because I'm taking a huge meeting on the 20th of July. With a media marketing group here in the Tampa Bay area. I have Lanny Paffo's blessing on this. We're moving forward with a huge tribute show. Okay? And, I plan on bringing in, as many names as I can definitely bring in for this show.
So where do you and Vito stand right now? Because I'll Facebook him or I'll call Vito myself and I want to know, is he the promoter or who's promoting it? The building people told me you promoting it.
Right. Yeah, I'm the promoter.
So you're selling the bad bill of goods then, Dino, not Vito.
Vito jumped in and he told me he wanted to handle the booking and do this and do that. And I said, look, I don't need you to do that. I don't need you to do any of that, Vito. Well, we got to get asses in the seats. It's for All Children's Hospital. My girlfriend wants to design this flyer, and I'm telling you right now, he says, I'm sure, I'm sure that what's his Honky's not going to mind. I said, what do you mean he's not going to mind?
Well,
he hasn't called me. Now you're calling me. I said, you can't go doing something like that.
Let me ask you this.
Respected name in the industry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why wouldn't you guys just go ahead and put John Cena, Undertaker, Randy Orton on the fucking poster?
Yeah. Well,
you know why you wouldn't do that? Because you know that Vince McMahon would bust your ass for that, Dino, and you know it.
Oh, of course he would. He would in a heartbeat.
Well, Dino, I have like 4 different lawyers around the country, and they do not mind going after people for fraud. Now, I'm just asking you, what are you going to do about it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I just told you what I'm going to do about it.
You're going to tell the people that I was falsely advertised?
Yes.
But how's that going to help me down the line? What's that going to do for me now?
What's it going to do for you? Well, the next time I have a show, okay, you're booked on it. What do you charge anyway? What is your fee?
Well, after this, you probably don't want to know because I've still got to get to the bottom of it and find out really what happened. And I don't think you've really told me what happened since I mean, you're the promoter, so ultimately you're responsible, not the building guy. And I told the building guy, I said, you're not a party of this. All you did was rent the building. I understand that. And he is very upset at the fact that he's been sold a bad bill of goods.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just puts me in a bad spot, not you. I mean, you're not in a bad spot.
Oh yeah, I am. Well, no.
Oh yeah. When they knock on your door and say, "Did you falsely advertise this guy?" Well, card subject to change. Well, you never talked to the guy. Did you ever call him? You got a cell phone record where you talked to him?
Right. Right. Oh yeah.
I mean, did you do?
Yeah.
Well, is Vito on the card? Are you going to pay him? Does he get a payday?
No, he's been canceled from the show.
Well, then Ox Baker's probably. Are you flying Ox in from New Jersey?
No. Ox paid for his airline ticket.
Okay? Because he thought it was a legitimate thing.
I've known Ox for years. Ox has known me since I was 16 years old.
And Ron Bass lives there, and Lanny's in Niagara Falls, so
right. Well, Lanny sent me a video,
right.
That's stating that
I just spoke to Lanny, and that's where I got your number from.
Right, and he could not make it, So he sent me that video stating that he could not make it. And
I would have sent you a video too if you'd only fucking call me.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
Yeah, Ox is coming down. Well, Ox is already here actually. He's in Tampa. He's working off the gate, off this show, and so is Ron. But Vito caused a lot of he caused a lot of issues for me here, a lot of problems.
Well, I would just hope that you can rehabilitate yourself and make sure that you post on Facebook and everywhere out there that you and I had a conversation, and I was never booked on the show in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and I did not no-show this event.
Yeah, I'm going to do that immediately. I would really, really, really deeply appreciate it, my friend. I'm serious. I really would.
And
let me tell you something. I have never disrespected anyone, Wayne, in this business. I was furious at this man. Not only did he do this to me, okay, but to another friend of mine, Martin, who had businesses lined up to donate stuff, okay, and he got into an argument with him over money about, pictures and shit that he was going to sell and everything else, and he caused this guy to almost have a heart attack. And he called me and he says, look, I said, I'm going to have a problem probably too with the Honky Tonk Man. I don't know how to get a hold of him. I said, he's falsely advertising the Honky Tonk Man. I told his fucking girlfriend not to put that man's picture on these fucking flyers and shit. And, I mean, this guy has just been nothing but a complete disaster. I don't know what his problem is. But I've heard from a few other promoters that he's tried screwing and doing things to other promoters. Once he gets canceled or he has an issue prior with money not getting paid or whatever, they can't afford him, and he does these things. This is from what I've been told.
He sent me an email a few weeks ago asking me to help him get book places. I mean, so like I said, I helped break this kid in. I did a lot of favors for him. But
well, that's the thing. He's always crying. He's always crying. And then when you can't afford to pay him or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just then, then he wants to take control. He wants to do this and do that and the other thing, and,
I would hope that he's not on your show, and if I find out
is. If he shows up, the police are going to tell him to go home. We'll escort him right off the premises.
I would hope so. And okay,
No,
Dean.
No, not hope. That's definite, Wayne. That is fucking definite.